The third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And it's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Right away, they'll change the look. Lawrence looking to pass on the first play. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Well, this defense certainly knows they're going to have their hands full trying to slow down this passing game. Here's an example on the very first play from scrimmage. I think we'll see some different looks, maybe some pressure from different places, but it didn't work there, and it's a quick first down.
Moore, the man in motion. They go play action now. Lawrence.
Let's go.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Second and 10. They run for the first time with James Cook. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Now a 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence.
Good shit.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence. And this is Cook with a grab. Sharp move, but can't find much space. Dropped just inside the 20. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Lawrence will throw. Throwing out left.
What?
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Isaiah Likely, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Condors will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
All right.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring us to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air, May. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. He'll dump this one off to Hubbard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Throwing here is May. Going deep for Diggs. And this is inside the 5. Into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 46 yards. And the Titans are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now a 2nd and 2. They'll try the middle with Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Here's Lawrence. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now Lawrence to throw. And he comes back with incomplete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
That's tough to play zone defense where they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
Now Lawrence. And this one is incomplete.
You don't see him miss too often. The ball could have slipped a little bit coming off his hand, and that's all it would take to send it high and out of bounds without a play.
Here's 2nd and 10. Getting the ball is Cook running left.
Good shot.
Go down here right around the 23-yard line. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Third and 5. Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had that ball down before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They'll turn things over to Brandon Aubrey down to the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can get back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
What the fuck? What's this?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll throw with May. It's caught. Smith. They'll get it up just short of 45 at the 44.
Hail Mary.
Catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route.
That's pretty good.
And that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. To throw, it's May. A short one there to Fryermuth. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there at 22.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Here's May.
Oh,
Incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
what are we doing?
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the shotgun, May with it. Forced out to his left. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's May. Dancing to his left. And get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Looking to throw, May. Complete. Smith has it. And the Titans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Looking to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands.
Ah, Shaddy's mother ball.
This is a big play in this wild card matchup, facing 3rd and goal. Now receiver in motion left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward May. And
oh my God.
This one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now Lawrence down around his goal line, sliding out of the pocket. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts.
Oh, you that nigga, though.
Head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
That's cool.
It's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
But we all know the guy carrying the ball is going to get the credit both in the stat line and probably in the newspaper. But guess what? Those guys creating holes, they couldn't feel better about themselves right now. Offensive line, tight end, probably even the wide receivers are involved. They're moving the ball well.
That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Now May on the sneak, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out, and the Titans will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and the lead is now 14-10. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Give me that ball back. Give me that ball back.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the 1st half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive.
Give me that ball back.
Into double coverage and intercepted. And bulldozing his way through. And
yeah, ball back.
Finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Cover 4.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down, escaping the pressure right.
Okay.
And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Flush to his right. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Chuba Hubbard in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback. And we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see.
Big Bomba Class was happy. Gymnastics.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
It's Lawrence. Nowhere to go. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
3rd and 3. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes.
What is that?
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. An audible here to get a new look. 4th down. Here's May. He's got his target. That's complete. And a touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's complete.
Houdini shit.
And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. to the air. May. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. Now they'll audible to something else. Throwing here is May.
That's here.
It's incomplete. Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Third quarter, wild card round. Thanks for being along for the playoff ride with us. Here's 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. Again, he'll drop to throw. And
what?
Incomplete. Has been a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Oh my God, that was a catch.
But ultimately, they fail on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Here now, 2nd and 4. Lawrence now going to move him around. They run it again with Cook. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Moore, the man in motion. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. He'll buy some time away. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Here's Lawrence. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep.
Yes,
And a big
yes,
turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
No, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And this one complete to Smith. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. A big play that time for the Titans. 48 yards. They'll throw with May. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete.
That was a
Couldn't
catch.
keep his feet in. Second down. Back to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To throw, it's May. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Giving Tim that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for first downs instead of airing it out.
Buying time to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on first down. 30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll let their wide receiver take this one. It's Diggs. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Boy, that's a 5-yard loss. 4th down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. Here's May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush won, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Looking to throw, May. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, May with it. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
They'll try and throw for it with May. And it's
oh my.
at the goal line.
Turn around.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football
What are we
back.
doing? Turn around. Turn around. And I need you more than I. And I need you more than I.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. If they want to advance in this divisional round, look, obviously the time is now. Trailing here in the fourth as they go to work on a crucial drive, 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Again, it's Cook.
Oh, shit. I got burned.
Way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped.
Could be worse.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Wasting time.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Looking breadcrumbs.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Moore, the man in motion. They go play action now. Lawrence, they'll roll him out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. From midfield now, Lawrence. Now to be taken in by Shaheed.
Oh my God.
And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. A great effort there. 50 yards. And the Condors have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a two-point conversion. Lawrence going to look to throw for it. And this is caught.
What the fuck?
And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away.
White
no
thing's
chance to see
interesting.
a return on the dynamic kickoff.
In it.
They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. From the 38 now, here's 2nd and 2. A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. On play action, May.
Oh my.
That is intercepted. Down the sideline he goes. And they will finally stop him, but a great
Oh my God.
football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Oh my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception potentially
Yo, il était ouvert.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here.
Oh
Totally
my
goes
God.
against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes the catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
On the jet sweep, here comes Moore. And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Here's Lawrence. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he'll only get this to the 14 as he'll come up well short of the first down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to tie things up in the final minute. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play.
N'importe quoi, man.
So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy?
Wow.
Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I tell you, he better not rest on his laurels, because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
What have I done?
This is 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got a first down to the 40-yard line, but the clock runs. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Back to throw now on first down. Oh, and a nice tackle, a 6-yard pickup, but they need more than that. Now the Titans will use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Steps away to his left. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chase Young able to get in there and drop him behind the line. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai fait, man?
Well, plenty of chills and thrills in this one, and more to come here as overtime will decide who moves on to the divisional round.
What have I done?
And not willing to risk a return, this ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
What the fuck?
Well, CD certainly doesn't get any more exciting than this. Overtime in the postseason. Of course, keep in mind things are different than the old way it was. In the playoffs now, both teams guaranteed a possession, so a touchdown here, if they get one, the ball game will not be over.
And partners, we both know many people have called for this change before, and they finally got it. After the Buffalo-Kansas City Classic in the 2022 playoffs, Patrick Mahomes and KC, they scored first. Game over. Josh Allen and Bills never touched the football, and people hated that. Now the game reaches OT, every playoff team has a chance to fight to extend their season. So the plan has got to be, if you win the toss and you take the ball, reach the end zone and score, and put as much pressure on your opponent as possible to try and win a game in OT in the playoffs.
Being chased out left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
His running ability has been an extra dimension of their game plan thus far. For once, though, he doesn't create any magic against the front that's prepared for him to try and take off.
Playoff football at its best. Remember, a touchdown on this drive isn't a game winner as they work on second down here. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The first down pickup of 8. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field.
What the fuck,
is
man?
called. The way he's running it, I keep going back to him.
Second down and 4. They'll set up a throw. He's got Smith here. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. They are into field goal range, but definitely thinking touchdown as they come up first and 10. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. They're looking at a second and 8 now from the 10. To the air, May. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for a first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Now May on the sneak. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either.
Oh my God.
Neither the touchdown nor the first down. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches are going to do short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now we'll see what Lawrence can do in overtime. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they've put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Forced out to his left. And he'll be about a full yard shot.
Come on, our fumbles, man.
So the next score wins here in the playoffs, and we will go as long as need be as they work here on 2nd down. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
Come on.
They spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
All they need is a field goal. Any kind of score here on this second drive would be a game winner. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
Come
And he
on.
gets us up to the 34 out of bounds there. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If you make someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack.
Now, I know it's only a loss of a couple of yards, but when you get near the sidelines, just flip the ball out of bounds, incomplete, and save the yardage. Save the yards, not your stats.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's complete. It's Cook. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
That's to Cook out of the backfield. And he will have the conversion on 4th down. He's out of bounds as well to keep their hopes alive. How about that, partner? Not only a 4th down conversion in a tie game, a 4th down conversion in overtime in a tie game.
And so many factors go into making that call, and a lot of it is a head coach feeling the rhythm and understanding his team. Sometimes you think, okay, we better get this done right now. We might not have enough left if we let this game extend. Let's go get it, end it, and get a victory.
Oh my God. That was so. That was a close call.
2nd down.
Offense is moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again here. It's Lawrence. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, welcome back to this wild card contest. The second OT ready to begin here shortly. So they bring out their punter. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. This is taken at the 18. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Well, this is a pretty rare situation here, Charles. You get into overtime, neither team coming through with even a field goal on their first drive. So now, sudden death with the time remaining. Next score wins.
And now I would say that going at it might be a little bit easier for both teams now because they've eased into overtime. That first series, boy, everything on the line then. Now you've seen what a defense is thrown at you. You can make some adjustments, and all you need is 3 points to win it.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing here is May. Dancing to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give the quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
One or two more big plays could get him in position for a game-winning field goal. Here's 1st and 10 now. On the counter, this is Hubbard. He'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 6. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 to 46. They'll throw with May. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple. To throw, it's May. Can't get away, and he's taken down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down. Here's May. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's another Tennessee Titans.
On the give, this is Hubbard. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's May. Steps away to, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Chase Young able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Thought we might see the field goal unit on 3rd down, but the offense still out there. 2 minutes to go in overtime. We will keep playing if we need to. We are all tied up. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On third down, here's a run by Hubbard. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Looking to throw. May. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. This now a little surprising. The offense still out on 3rd and goal here. And he's going to score.
Let's go!
They get to keep playing.
Shit!
Just the way this game went, the ebb and flow, and then you get
Let's fucking go.